You are listening to Rum Punch and Beignets podcast, presented by Boot Crew Media. Give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter at Boot Crew Media. That is crew spelled Krewe.
Hey y'all! Welcome to Rum Punch and Beignets with your favorite Teedies, TDB and
Teedie. We're here to give you our unfiltered opinions on current events and everyday life.
So sit back, relax with your favorite drink as we give you this Teedie realness. All right, y'all. Welcome to Rum Punch and Beignets. I'm starting off early, y'all, messing up with the words.
Messing up with the foolishness.
But before we hop into the episode, let me tell you about Blue Mics, okay? So Blue Mic is here to help creators of all kinds find and raise their voices by making the coolest microphones and headphones on the planet. Okay, so here at Boot Crew Media, we use Blue Mics on every episode to bring you the professional sound and that you're hearing right now. Girl, I did it again. So if you want to learn more about Blue Mics, make sure that you visit bluemic.com.
To get 10% off of your next order, visit www.candledaddy.com to put your order in today.
All right, so we are back with the midweek Jose, and I'm actually very excited about this. I feel like I'm saying this every week, but I just love every episode that we do. But
Same.
Yes, but this week I feel like it's very, 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 very important because we're talking about spending the black dollar and group economics. It's very important that we make sure to circulate the black dollar. Y'all know how I feel about black people. I root for us all day, every day, as long as we do right by each other. Mm-hmm. Those that be fucking up, I got my eye on you. But I feel like it's very important that we make sure we circulate the black dollar because at the end of the day, we have the Chinese ethnicity, we have Jews, we have whites, we have everybody that stick together and they continue to grow their community, their culture, but we're still stuck in the same shithole of a shithole.
As my daddy would call it, the crabs in a bucket.
Yes. And we don't deserve that. Like, y'all got to remember, we did not start like this. We just wound up in this place.
I feel like we are too talented as a people to still be doing this,
Exactly. But, we had a lot of things against us. So now it's time for us to do better and make sure that we get back to the spot that we were. Go ahead.
According to, I did a little research for this episode, so I'm kind of proud of myself. According to the catalyst.org, the spending power of the black community is a whopping 1.4 trillion and currently on the rise. We have more black entrepreneurs now than we've had in decades past. On today's show, we're going to highlight a few businesses you can spend your money with, especially with the holiday season coming up. We really want to walk the walk and talk the talk, and we want y'all to do that also, to follow through with that. So we're going to give y'all some tools and some businesses to shop with for the holiday season and moving forward.
And to help us do that today, we do have a special guest. I feel like it was necessary to bring on someone that is very knowledgeable, making a difference in the community as well, and pushing the narrative that needs to be pushed for our community. So we have Miss Goldie Lambert, who is the co-founder of NOLA Black Wallstreet. If you know about Black Wall Street in Tulsa, then you should understand exactly where she's coming from when she says the NOLA Black Wallstreet. Like, this is big, okay? So, welcome, Goldie. Thank you for coming on today. How are you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad to be on. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Doing great.
So, Goldie, to start off, we want to ask you, how did you even get started in the community?
Well, I mean, of course, I was born and raised in the black community. And I was raised, most people don't know, but I was raised by a philanthropist, a huge entrepreneur in the Algiers community. So I guess I was just accustomed to it. You know what I mean? After seeing, your parents give back to the community for so long, you kind of just step right into it like it's the norm. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
I love the Black community. I love my people, and I always want to see us grow and get to the next level. So it's just kind of second nature to me,
Bet. So, can you just tell us about NOLA Black Wallstreet, how it started, what's the purpose, what are you all doing in the community right now?
So NOLA Black Wallstreet, we've been in existence, y'all, actually for about 6 months. We started the Facebook group on June 6th. We launched our website on Juneteenth. And so this came about while I was in quarantine. You know what I mean? I tell everybody, if you didn't come out of quarantine with a new business or a new skill or a new passion or a new talent, I mean, you pretty much just wasted your quarantine because It was so much time to think. It was so much time to strategize. It was so much time to go back to the drawing boards and really find your life purpose. You know what I mean? A lot of times people don't know their purpose because they be so busy, on the go. You really don't have time to really just stop and really just, you know what I mean? Just kind of playing your life out,
Exactly.
So, I started researching and looking into the whole Black Wall Street in Tulsa. And got so interested in it. I just started digging and realizing, that we had a whole town, a whole community, filled with schools. We had our own banks, cleaners, gyms, churches. I mean, you name it. They didn't have to leave that community, for anything.
Right.
Our dollars circulated and it stayed inside of our community, so I was like, I wonder if we could do that in New Orleans. You know what I mean? I just kind of thought it would be really dope. Even if this generation don't get it, if we sow enough seeds and if we do it right, at least the next generations to come, you know what I mean, can reap, the benefits from our labor now. So I'm an executor. I'm not the type of person that really just sit on ideas and procrastinate. So I started the group, and y'all, here we are 6 months later. We have almost 25,000 people in the group.
Wow.
We have a paid membership for you to officially be a part of the NOLA Black Wallstreet. And we have close to 800 paid members. We have an online directory, because if you want to, figure out who to shop with or how can I find this, that, and the third, then we have an online directory. And we have over 100 businesses in our directory. And we're growing every single day. I get notifications on my phone daily of people joining the organization.
Yes.
So it's really just an organization, y'all, to really push group economics, to really change the narrative that we can unite, we can come together, we can have each other backs, we can keep our money inside of our community, we can support each other.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I don't know where the whole Black people don't support Black people narrative come from. But that's
From
something
white
that we
people.
definitely need to change.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we can definitely help each other build generational wealth, So the organization is for the community. I really want it to be a safe haven for Black people. You know what I mean? So right now we're working on getting our own resource center so that we can have a place for families, for Black businesses, whether you need mental health, help with mental health, whether you need help with your business, whether you need help with your youth, your children. I mean, literally every type of resource you can think of, we want to have at this resource center. And so that's something that we're really working on, y'all, to have an actual merchant sector, actual Black Wall Street is something that we want for sure. But we're going to take baby steps, you know what I mean, because that's going to take time to build. That's not something that's going to happen overnight.
Right.
And so, yeah, we're growing every day, y'all. It's amazing. So, yeah. I talk about NOLA Black Wall Street forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that you first had this idea to do this, because at one point New Orleans did have what would be equivalent to the Black Wall Street, which was like in the Treme area. Like everybody was mostly Black owned. They had their own businesses. They had all of this going on with just Black people. So the fact that you're bringing that back, especially in today's time when we've had so much trauma, so much hurt, so much just bullshit in our community, and the outside oppressors doing that as well, it's necessary because we need to know that we have alternatives outside of what the norm is. And usually what we produce is way better than what they're marketing to us in the long run.
Oh yeah, and half of their business ideas and strategies and inventions come from us anyway.
Oh,
like
yes.
you really do your research and you really see that half of everything. I mean, about 75 to 85% of what we use on a day-to-day basis was invented by a black person.
Exactly.
Whether you go to the stoplight, whether you drinking a Hennessy or I mean Jack
Exactly.
Daniels, like a lot of things that we use day to day, it was either stolen from us or duplicated or replicated in some type of form of fashion. So
exactly,
they try to take the recipe, but they don't have the sauce, so they always got to come back to us anyway.
exactly. And on top of that, I know that NOLA Black Wallstreet, y'all do every month. Y'all do like a cash train, right? Where y'all visit different businesses.
Yeah, so we have where we choose one business from our online directory every month, and the whole organization as a whole, whoever's available on that particular day, we all pull up to the business at the same time. Number one, to show that you don't have to have a Black Friday sale or you don't have to have this big sale to get good sales and have the support of the community.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we want to show that, no, we pulling up to pay full price. We don't want no discounts. And then secondly, our goal is to help that business owner either help them make their monthly sales goal in one day or their monthly expenses in one day. Because having an actual brick and mortar location, it's tough. It can be overwhelming, especially in the middle of this pandemic. You know what I mean? You don't know what phase we're going to be in. You don't know if you can have 100% capacity, 25% capacity, and so our business owners who have actual locations, y'all, they have overhead. They have employees. They have expenses that an online business wouldn't have.
Right.
So initially it was for just brick and mortar businesses, but now we decided to include the online businesses as well. So we choose two businesses once a month, one brick and mortar and one online. And so we tell everybody to bring your kids. You know what I mean? Like we need to teach our children and we need to teach the youth. You know what I mean? That everything that you need is inside of your community. And so we also want to physically give people a visual of Black people supporting Black people. Because it's one thing to say it, but it's another thing for me to show you a picture of 150 people pulling up to a Black business. You know what I mean? And the line is wrapped around a building, and we're not here asking for discounts. We're here 100% just to support you, just to post your business, market your business, you know what I mean? And bring more brand awareness, to your business. So it's really dope. It's amazing. We meet at Oakwood, and then we have like this Black parade, and we ride to the business together. And we pull up. We pulling up literally just to spend money.
Man, I love it. So for everyone that decides to go onto the cash line, I'm sorry, I forgot what the name of it is. But the cash train. I'm sorry, cash train. So is it only members that can do the cash train, or can the public join in at any point?
Oh yeah, we always put the flyers out and spread the word because it's open to anybody.
Gotcha.
It's open to anybody who want to come and pull up and support, because a lot of people, like for example, we went to the first Black-owned beauty supply store in Gretna. A lot of people didn't even know that we have a beauty supply store on the West Bank.
Right.
And so we just tell everybody, just pull up, even if you don't have money to spend. Because like I said, I understand we're in the middle of a pandemic. Just come, just come and support, get a flyer. You know what I mean? So you know where to come in the future. You know what I mean? But it's it's open to everybody. This is not just a NOLA Black Wallstreet event. Even though we put it on, it's open to the community.
Yes.
So I understand, it's beautiful to see, the community coming together,
Right.
It's really something to see, because I know a lot of people, it's too many talented people in New Orleans with businesses, period, for us not to be able to come together, and actually, pull our resources together and rebuild our community and not have to go outside of it. So if you got a business and you send me something on Instagram, I'm gonna promote the hell out your business.
Right. As long as you're doing right, like your customer service, your professionalism is on point. Please make sure you're doing right. You're not just trying to take people money. I hate for that type of situation.
And that's another thing, y'all. As it relates to the customer service and the professionalism, I did a video on my Instagram not too long ago explaining that most Black entrepreneurs, they don't come from a family of entrepreneurs. They're not raised in a family where, it's a business type of environment. You know what I mean? So we still have to have some great grace and give them a chance to learn and develop, because most of them are just figuring it out. You know what I mean? Unless they had some special, customer service classes or just some training. You know what I mean? For the most part, they just figuring it out. You know what I mean? And a lot of entrepreneurs, y'all, they are the owners. They're doing processing and shipping. They're answering emails. They're answering the DMs. They're posting on social media. They're doing the inventory. They're doing everything. You know what I mean? And sometimes you kind of feel overwhelmed. So that's one of the things at NOLA Black Wallstreet. We're developing a program to really train the Black entrepreneurs on how to be professional and how to, provide that great customer service, because Chick-fil-A have a training program for that. They're not just hiring people and then you just figure it out. No, you have to go through a training course. You know what I mean? So you can understand that their customer service is on a 20. You know what I mean? And you can't provide a 5. You know what I mean? So if they don't have no special training, then a lot of times, y'all, they may be giving attitude or giving bad customer service, and they don't even know they're doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So, and I say that because a lot of people like to cancel Black businesses and say, "Oh, I'm not going to support." Black businesses because they have horrible customer service. You know what I mean?
I do.
Or I'm not going to her. No, give her constructive criticism. Give her some feedback. Now, it's up to her to receive it, but let her know what she's doing wrong. How does she know she's doing something wrong if we don't tell her? Like, look, Queen, I think you should say it like this, or maybe you should do it like this, or maybe you should, you know what I mean? So that's something we do definitely have to work on, for sure. And I'm not giving them a pass by no means, but I think we just have to help them in that area a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Right. And I definitely agree, because I work for a small Black business, and it does get very frustrating because there are customers that come in there all the time that they want to try to bully and try to get that discount. They want to try to, go through these loopholes or like just take advantage of the fact that it's a Black owned business, and they feel like just because we're the same that they deserve something more. They just deserve another discount. So I definitely understand, but I feel like all of us need to learn how to work together and give the same respect for each other. The same respect that you do, that you give when you go to the Chinese store, the Arab store, the white store. You need to give that same respect to Black people, if not more. If not more,
especially because they keep going back.
Exactly.
Like I don't experience great customer service when I have to spend money with the Asians or the Arabs. You know what I mean? They don't give us exceptional customer service. They treat us like trash.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You go to brothers, they don't greet you. They don't speak to you. You know what I mean? You go to the Asians beauty supply stores, they follow you around the store. They assume that you're stealing. They don't greet you and speak to you. You know what I mean? But yet people still keep going back.
Right.
All I'm saying is have that same energy as it relates to Black businesses. You know what I mean? Give us a chance, just like we give them, a million. Y'all, we've been shopping with them for decades.
Yes.
Decades. You go to some of those Chinese food places, you got a bulletproof glass you have to put your order through. They don't even trust us.
And that was before the pandemic.
Let's just give our Black people that same energy.
Exactly. Yes, I definitely agree. You are right.
Or one thing that I like to do, like speaking on, how decades and decades going to the same businesses, you establish a pattern with them, like that's your people.
Right.
Well, since I've been in New Orleans for like the last 3 years, I actually took the time to be intentional and sought out Black owned businesses to give my business to. Like my hairdressers, I had to tell a friend of mine, she moves here and she just goes wherever, and I'm just like, yo, look, it's too many Black owned businesses in this city for you not to be able to support them. So, my hairdresser's Black, my nail tech is Black, the massage people I use, masseuse is Black. Like, I really make it a point. And I think we all have to be more intentional with that. Making it a point to spread the word.
It's literally just being intentional and shopping with a Black business on purpose.
Right, yes.
That's all it is. Like, you have to spend money either way it goes. You know what I mean? But I think we have like what I want to say, like lazy spending. You know what I mean? Like we spend and we go to places where it's convenient versus saying, you know what, let me take an extra 20 minutes and seek out and search out, to see if I can find a Black business to replace this cleaners or to replace this car wash or to replace, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it really have to be intentional, and you have to put forth an extra effort to do it, because I could just go to this beauty supply store right here because it's down the street from my house. But no, I'm going to drive the extra 20 minutes to Gretna because there's a Black king over there that's depending on my dollars to stay open.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes.
So it's just something that we have to do, on purpose. And my children be like, Mama, why you gotta go? Listen, we gonna drive to Baton Rouge if we have to.
It's only a
just
45
get back
minutes
and
to an
ride.
hour and a half
Right.
drive. It's not that long.
You know what I mean? So and if everybody have that, like girl, I ruffle so many feathers, y'all, on Facebook about the candles with Bed and Body Works, whatever their name is. But people, the line, they was out there 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning
Every year.
behind these candles, and I'm
Every
like,
year.
yo, there is so many Black-owned candle
Oh my
companies that
gosh.
it's ridiculous.
They just opened up a Black-owned brick and mortar wick candle.
Yeah,
Wick candles.
Yeah,
She has amazing candles. And she
Right.
just opened up in Metairie. You better go down to Metairie, baby. Don't mess with no
listen,
Bath and Body
and I
Works.
posted a post in NOLA Black Wallstreet, and we had like 200-300 comments of people tagging Black-owned candle companies.
Yes, I know a couple of them. And
I
they're
know
good.
2 of them offhand right now because I know I posted their stuff during Black Friday on Instagram in my story. It's 2 of them
Yeah.
already that I know.
But people just didn't take the time to research. You know what I
Right.
mean? To see who can I give this money to, because I don't have to keep giving it to Bath and Body Works every single year. These people, they gonna make trillions of dollars regardless.
Exactly. And we don't have to be in the building at all.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like, you know what I mean? So I mean that type of stuff, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, it really pisses me off, because some people, and I don't like to talk about our people, but you have the house
Yep.
niggas and you have the
You
field.
and you can curse on this
Yeah,
podcast.
go
We
ahead.
curse all this.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to stop cursing, and I don't want it to be my New Year's resolution, so I'm trying to work on it now.
All right, so we
But you have
support.
the
We support
ones
you.
That is a part of the problem. Like, you have the house niggas who was inside, and because they was eating good, because they was getting a hot bath, because they, was in a nice, clean house, they feel like they wasn't a nigga.
No, you
And
still.
that was a part of the
Man,
problem. You
Lord.
was so you have so many people that just deliberately still spend their money with these other people on purpose. And I'm like,
Yep.
you are a part of the problem. Just stop. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do that.
Right.
I
Exactly.
don't want to hear about bad customer service. I don't want to hear about us being unprofessional, because you're gonna get bad customer service at Walmart. I don't want to hear about that.
I'm telling you.
That's, for me, it's nothing a Black business can do to me to stop me from keeping my dollars inside of my community.
Yes, I
It's
agree.
nothing. It's nothing they can do. I may not particularly shop with that business, and it would have to be extreme for me, because, like I said, I give a lot of grace to us. But I'm never gonna stop. You know what I mean? Like, if you go to a McDonald's and you get bad customer service, you're not gonna stop eating at McDonald's. You just
Right.
gonna stop going to that McDonald's.
Exactly. You're gonna go to a new McDonald's. That's it.
But you ain't gonna cancel McDonald's altogether.
Right.
So I hate when people say, "Oh, I'm not shopping with Black." Like, what? So the issue is within our own community. Once everybody can get on the same page, y'all, and once we can really unify, because the only thing that they fear is us uniting.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
That's the only thing that they fear. They know that as long as we keep killing each other, as long as we keep beefing and we keep having that crabs in the bucket mentality, and we keep on, you know what I mean?
We don't have a
to
chance
do
with
us
that.
nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
But as soon as we unite with each other, as soon as we
Yes.
grow in numbers, we understand our strength, we understand our power and what we can do. Oh, it's over for everybody else. It's over.
Oh,
yeah.
yes, absolutely. I tell everybody, with NOLA Black Wallstreet, we haven't gotten one grant. We haven't gotten one any outsourced type of funding or grants or nothing. And within like 4 months, we was able to raise over $50,000.
The fact that you guys have done so much in just 6 months lets me know that this is going to be like a long term. This is like a forever type thing. And I just pray that it continues to flourish and everybody slowly but surely like gets this mental and thought process where they understand, like, at the end of the day, we can only have our own backs. And as long as you're connected with people that see your vision, that understands you and wants to see you and your people do better, that's the only way we're going to thrive. That's the only way we're going to continue to grow. And NOLA Black Wallstreet is like the epitome of that. And I appreciate it and I love it. And that's why I really wanted you on this show, because I don't feel like enough people know. And this is just in Orleans Parish. Like, this is just Orleans and a little bit of Jefferson Parish. Imagine what happens once the whole Louisiana state gets involved, when Texas gets involved, when, you know, Mississippi,
Right.
Alabama, everybody else gets involved, like, we can fuck this whole damn country up. Like, do you
Man.
not understand?
People
Look,
reach out to me
I-
from other states all the time. Like, people, they had a few people wanted to fly me to Texas to teach them how to start what I started here.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
So it's spread. The word is spreading. Like, people are catching on to it. But I declined every request. I'm like, no. My first priority is my city.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me get that where it needs to be first.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, where I'm born and raised, where my heart is. And then maybe in a few years, you know what I mean, I can come and show y'all the blueprint. But we got to get New Orleans because the youth is killing
Yes.
the youth.
Yes.
You know
yes.
what I mean? So we got to move fast because the 13 and the 14 and the 15-year-olds, that's our future.
Yes.
And if we don't get them on the right path, then you know what I mean? What will 20,
What's the point of
20,
it?
30
Right.
look like?
Yeah,
You know
what's
what I mean? We don't need them to be in a worse situation than, you know, so we definitely have a lot of work to do, y'all. A lot.
And I love the way that you're thinking about all of this, because, you know, if it was anybody else, if other people were reaching out to them and was like, well, look, I want to do this, the first thing they want to do is monetize off of that. They lose the whole purpose and mission of why they started this in the first place. So the fact that you are like grounded in this mission and you really got our backs the way that you do, Queen, I appreciate you, like, on every level. I appreciate you for doing this.
Definitely. It's my attitude, y'all, is that one win, we all win.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what it
You know what I
is.
mean? It's one person win, it's a win for the home team. It's not, you know what I mean? I kind of look at it like playing sports. If we was playing basketball, if you shoot a three point and you make it, that's
for the
home
team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
right.
So we need everybody winning. That's what people don't understand. It's not about one person winning.
Right.
It's about all of us winning collectively at the same time.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, and a lot of people don't see it like that. You know what I mean? Well, she winning, I'm not winning. Listen, she's inspiration and motivation for you.
Right.
She's showing you that you can do it. And my whole thing is, if she get blessed, that means God is in the neighborhood. So you
Yes.
just keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I really just want everybody to win. I want to see everybody win. I'm tired of the jealousy and the envy. You know what I mean? And that we have enough of that in our community already.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, baby, you're giving me
You know what I mean?
chills. You're giving me chills,
I'm telling
Goldie.
you.
You're giving me
Yeah,
chills,
we
girl.
have
Stop
enough of
it.
that, child. Listen. we have enough of that already. Like,
Yes, I love it. So, how can people become a member of NOLA Black Wallstreet?
so everything is on our website. Literally everything. NOLABlackWallstreet.com. To
Okay.
become a member, the semi-annual membership fee is $49. The annual membership is $89. The online business directory fee is $19.99 a month. That's also on the website.
Okay.
And the only reason why we have a membership fee and an online directory fee is because that's how we fund the movement. You know what I mean? We wanted to do something where we can fund it ourselves and not have to go out and beg and take dollars from people that we don't want to take money from, because sometimes it comes with, you know, different restraints and
Right.
stuff like that. We wanted to be able to move and do as we please in our community. And I'm not saying we're not going to get grants and, you know, and fundraise stuff like that in the future, but we wanted to fund this internally. Even I paid for my own membership. You know what I mean? So
I love it.
I paid $19.99 a month for my own businesses. You know what I mean? So, and then you get a black card. This exclusive black card. That's for members only. You get a T-shirt. You get a wristband. So you get a welcome package in the mail when you join. And so also we'll be doing a lot of seminars coming up for the business owners and workshops. Martin Luther King weekend, we have Black Wealth Weekend planned. It's a 4-day event. So that's coming soon in January as well.
Okay.
It's going to be like a mini Essence. So we're going to have like a welcome reception, and we're going to have a big old pop-up shop. We're going to have like an empowerment seminars, and so many cool things that weekend as well. So we would be doing so much more, y'all, if it wasn't for COVID. So a lot of plans that we had, unfortunately, we had to push it until 2021 due to, you know,
Yeah.
guidelines that we have to follow in the city. So hopefully when this whole corona situation is over, y'all definitely will be seeing us a lot more, in the community.
I love it. Now, the first time that I heard about y'all was through Kay Wilson. She was our photographer for our photo shoot, and I seen her post about you, and I was like, "Girl, what is this? I'm not Black Wall Street coming back, girl."
I know, and then you sent it to me on Instagram. I was like, wait, hold up, what's this? And I sat down and read it. I was like,
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, I need to look into this and see what's going on. And I was like, from that moment on, I was like, yeah, we got to have her on the show. We got to have Black Wall Street on this show because more people need to hear about it. We need to make sure we spread the word about this as far as possible.
Considering the fact that like buku people outside of the city actually listen to our show, so like it could help them, get in contact, when they come visit here, get in contact with Black owned businesses or just order from them. Period. Away.
Right. Or give them the inspiration to do what they need to do in their communities as well.
Or just post about them or share like a story from them, to get the word out.
And that's what people be needing. People just be needing help with spreading the word.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's all they need. And to like a post, share a post, and comment on a post, that's free.
Right. And y'all know how this algorithm is with Instagram and all. Make sure y'all do what you got to do to make sure that these stories, these posts continue to circulate throughout all of social media because Instagram be tripping.
Use whatever hashtag you got to use to get on the explore page and everything.
Exactly.
Look, whatever tactics you got to use, like
make sure you and help each other out because we need it. Because it's way like you said earlier, Dom. There's way too much talent just in New Orleans alone.
Exactly.
What people fail to realize, New Orleans has been the originator of a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
And they love to like discredit us and be like, "Oh no, they ain't come from that. They ain't come from no."
Especially on Twitter, they was bad. Like a few weeks ago, it was like, "Oh, New Orleans ain't this, New Orleans ain't that."
Actually,
what is it? Well, what is it then? If it ain't that, this is that. Okay,
they don't gonna give us our credit, girl.
They don't. But I love the fact that you're doing this for us because I've been noticing. A lot of people are trying to find a way to make sure to keep New Orleans alive, keep the culture alive, especially with gentrification happening rapidly. Like, we're trying to find a way to just keep what we know to be New Orleans and the essence of it alive. So you doing this is just showing that, like, look, we still have people that are tapping into their power, tapping into their passion, and making sure that we keep the economy, we keeping the real estate, we trying to make sure we keep everything, the people in this community. And we're not gonna let nobody come in and try to push us out because at the end of the day, we started this. We're gonna continue to maintain it, and we also gonna end with this. Because anybody else that come in, it will never be New Orleans if anybody else tries to come in and keep it up. It's never gonna be New Orleans. It's gonna be a whole new place.
And not New Orleans. Okay.
Yeah, but it's just that when people start elevating, you know what I mean, and manifesting the next level, people be having an issue with that.
They get scared.
Like I said, the issue is on our own camp.
Yeah.
It's like it's internal. They don't see their next sister winning and elevating to the next level as motivation. They don't know how to process things. You know what I mean? Their perspective and how they view it is mind-boggling. It's crazy.
Because they're afraid.
I mean? So once people change that thought process of when one win, we all win.
Yeah.
Then people won't leave. Because a lot of people leave because they start to win and they start to elevate and they have to deal with so much hate. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of people make it and they move from New Orleans and they come and visit from time to time, but they don't even trust their own city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once we change that narrative, that when one win, we all win, then things will really change inside of our communities. And it'll be fast. It won't even take long. You know what I mean? But that's I always tell, people that you have to change the mindset of a person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Before you give them a business, money, anything, you have to teach them how to think.
Yes.
Like a lot of people really don't know how to think and process things. And so if they process things incorrectly, then they will regurgitate it back incorrectly. You know what I mean? So they'll process it as, oh, that's supposed to be me, how she got there before me, how she bought a house before me, X, Y, Z, woo-woo. And then they won't know how to treat that person. You know what I mean? They won't even know how to celebrate and help elevate that person to the next level. And versus saying why her, they should be saying that
could be
I'm
me.
next.
Right.
You're right. That's gonna be me.
Look, give me a little time. That could be me.
That could definitely be me.
They don't, and that's what we got to help people with. Their mental.
Right.
You know what I mean? I that's so important, and it don't come with age. It's a level of maturity that we have to get people to mentally.
Yes.
And then too, I think it's, you know, who you surround yourself with too. Like if you surround yourself with people that have a different mindset of, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm doing this for us. Like, this is us. Then that's what that's what you exude. But then if you around people constantly that, you know, well, she got this, she doing this, what am I doing? Why come I can't do? Yeah, no, that's a no. It's not going to work.
Listen, I experience it firsthand all the time. So
I can imagine.
Like when I opened up my nail salon, the first black-owned and operated nail salon on the West Bank, I struggled finding nail techs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they immediately think that I'm their competition. And I'm like, sis, I don't even do nails. I don't even know how to do nails. I don't have no interest in nails. But I'm doing this for us because if not, our people going to have to keep going to the Asians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have black nail techs, but 95% of them working from home, number one. Number two, none of them don't want to do feet.
Yep.
Okay. Number three, you know what I mean? If we go back to the customer service, you know what I mean? You got to deal with the attitude. So there's no black-owned salon on the West Bank that's open 6 days a week, that do feet, that take walk-ins every single day. But I was struggling finding nail techs because people want to think I'm not your competition. I don't have to be your competition. You know what I mean? So people don't know how to process things. You know what I mean? There's a brothers on every other corner. They're not looking at each other as competition.
Nope. Not at all.
It's enough money for all of us to eat. It's enough of them spending their money in our community for all of us to get rich.
Baby, them Arabs is staying in one house with one car and they all making their money and then spending it how they want to spend it.
Girl, be driving a Nissan Altima.
Okay, they banking their money. They like, oh, we gonna all get this money together.
Listen,
and
that's a whole nother show.
Okay.
That's a whole nother show because black people only want to look like they have it.
Exactly. Instead of actually having it.
Right.
They only want to look like it because they want to keep up with what society says that what money's supposed to look like.
And you gotta let go of it.
Because of social media. It's all fake.
And even before social media,
you know what I mean? Like I can go to the lot today and take a picture in front of a Bentley. You would never know I didn't drive off the lot with it.
Okay.
Everybody just want to look like it. You know what I mean? So once we change that mindset,
right,
and people start to process things correctly and learn how to compartmentalize things and where it's supposed to be, then we would be so much better. You know what I mean? God bless me with some nail techs, of course, but that shouldn't have never been a struggle for me. And I had to get underdogs.
Oh, Lord.
I had to get people who was hungry.
Yeah, who was hungry for it, and they was like, yeah, I get you.
Everybody else, they was like, nah, I don't. Basically, I don't want work for you. In
right.
so many words.
And I understand because, like I said, I work for a black-owned business, and it's a hair salon. So everybody feel like they have to do it on their own, and they want to see it on their own, but they don't realize how a business works. So they feel like if you are the head, that you trying to take over everything, that you're trying to take over and mess over them financially or however the case may be. But at the end of the day,
how about they just don't want to help you get rich?
Right. Like at the end of the day, all of us can get rich off of this. Like all of us.
Because it's like you get rich, I get rich. Like
they don't want to help you get rich.
Right. Like
because they know if they come and work for your business, they know the white man ain't making that money going to you.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as it's going to the white man, they okay.
Right.
The minute it's going to a queen or a black king or to a black family, then it becomes an issue.
Right. Oh, they taking too much money.
Process things.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They should be saying, "Oh, if I can help the white man build wealth for him and his family, then I can damn sure help my sister do it."
Thank you. You would think so.
So they just don't know how to process things. I tell my team all the time, like I did this for us.
Yeah.
Everybody who work at my nail salon, they're licensed nail techs, but they was all working for the white man.
Right.
And I'm like, now they say, oh, this don't even feel like work because now you're working in your element. Now
You're working where you're comfortable.
With your skill,
right.
the thing that you are really passionate about.
Right. You're working
and I
in
care that if you need to leave work because your baby is sick, I care about your baby.
Right. And that's
I'm
what
not
people
gonna tell you can't leave work because you have a job to do.
Right. And that's what people forget to realize. Like when you were working with white people, they literally didn't give a fuck about what you were doing, how you had to do it, as long as you came in that door.
Mm-hmm.
But once you give people that leeway and let them understand, like, look, I understand your plight. I understand what you're going through right now. I can accommodate you, but at the same time, I still need you to understand this is a business. We have to make money.
Right.
And don't try to take advantage of your situation.
Oh,
And
yeah.
some people take advantage of that situation and they don't realize, like, we're putting you in a very comfortable space where you are accepted, you are acknowledged, and we see each other like we are all the
Right.
same people.
And it's
so
like
you shouldn't have to fuck over nobody.
And it's like the least on the employee part, it's like the least that I could do is be there and do my job, and not, have any complaints. Cause it's like, I know you see me, we see each other, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, you giving me this time and this space to interact with people and be comfortable.
And also live
and be
your own
comfortable.
life. Yeah.
Right. But then it's like, they want to give you attitude, for you allowing them that space. Cause they can't do, you give them an inch. Basically, my daddy used to say, you give them an inch to take a mile.
Yeah.
And people, we as black people have to grow out of that. That comes that to piggyback off of that. That comes when we talk about like the discounts.
Right.
Like just because I'm coming to you as a black owned business, I'm trying to spend my money with you. I shouldn't ask you for a discount.
No.
Or either our people that we do know that have businesses. Like I'm not gonna ask you for no discount, and I'm buying something from you.
Right.
Because you still have. An income.
To pay for that.
Yeah, you got an income, employees, shipping, like all of that stuff to pay for, to expenses for your business. I'm not gonna ask you for a discount. We gotta stop doing it.
Yeah.
We are bad about doing it. Just because I know you. Oh, let me get 15% off.
No.
Bitch, if you don't pay this money.
But that's real.
Guess what? You're not gonna walk in Walmart and ask the Walton family for no discount.
Oh no,
not with them being worth $870 billion.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am.
No way.
Now I want all the discount from Walmart, honestly, but I don't
You might
go in Walmart.
I hate to even say this.
I don't
y'all.
even go in Walmart, so
I hate to even say this.
And I love a good discount, but I tell my husband all the time, if I can't afford it at regular price, I don't need it.
That
and that's a fact. That's a fact.
A word.
That's another story. But I walked in to pay regular price, and if I can't afford to pay regular price, then I don't need it. It's just that simple.
Yes.
It's just that simple. Like my financial rule for myself is, if I can't buy it 3 times, I'm not buying it. I don't care what it is. I don't care how much it costs. If I can't buy it 3 times over and still have money left, I'm not buying it.
That's the one.
We go everywhere.
Oh yeah,
that's the
one.
one.
Out in a discount. Girl. But my whole thing is the ones who be asking for discounts are the ones who don't have businesses.
This is true.
Because business owners do not ask other business owners for a discount because we on the same team. We understand what each other is going through day to day.
Yes.
We understand income is not profit. So just because I'm making this amount don't mean that's take home pay. You know what I mean? So for the most part, and I'm talking about real business owners. I'm not talking about nobody hustling. I'm not talking about nobody who don't even have an LLC. Like I'm talking about people who really understand business.
Yes.
We don't go around asking each other for discounts.
No.
Or you don't hear people saying.
When I had my grand opening for my nail salon, all of my boss, business owners, friends, they pulled up in all cash at me. $500, $250, $1,000.
Come on now.
As a business gift. They understand, like, I invested all of my money into my nail salon.
Yes.
Because they understand that. They're business owners. They didn't come asking for no discount. They didn't even come asking to get their nails done.
They just wanted to sow into your business.
They just wanted to sow and help me recoup my investment because they understand now I have 6 employees.
Yes.
So every 2 weeks, while people trying to get a check, my payroll is $5,000 every 2 weeks.
Hello. Come on now.
You know what I mean? So the only people going around with their hand out asking for discounts, for the most part, are people who don't own legit businesses. Because business owners not going to no small black business asking for no discount
at all.
They're not doing it. Trust me, they're not doing it.
I heard somebody one time was like, "Oh, I shared their Instagram story. Maybe they'll give me a discount."
No, ma'am.
No.
Thank you for the recognition, but you will not get a discount.
No.
And guess what? If I walk into a business and I see a black person asking that business for a discount, I will definitely have something to say.
As you should.
And I think we need to do more of that.
Like I don't know how to mind my business because all these black businesses, that they are my business.
Right.
Making sure that they succeed and get to the next level.
And
now,
I think
unless this person have a sale this day, that's a different story.
Right.
But just randomly going and asking for a discount, like, come on now.
And I think more of our people need to hold each other accountable for the shit that comes out their mouth. Like, you know, you shouldn't do that.
That's how I was raised, and I'm only 30, but I'm so old school. You know, like I was raised
the same way, sis.
I was raised by people that we mind each other business to make sure we was all safe.
Right.
To make sure we was all good.
Yes.
We all minded each other business. Like you couldn't be in the streets doing whatever you wanted to do without somebody telling you something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And we don't have that village type of
mentality
feel no more.
We don't
in this day and age. You know, like nobody don't want you to tell their kids nothing.
Oh,
nobody want you to tell them nothing. They assume everybody got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody got an attitude.
Right.
And so that's why you have 14-year-olds breaking in cars.
Exactly.
Because they don't want you to tell their kids nothing. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't raised like that. You know, so I tell everybody who I know, if you see my kids, I got 5. So it's a lot of them. If you see any of my kids doing something that you know go against all of my moral values, my standards, and everything for my kids, please pull them to the side.
Please
Call my phone because I'm pulling up.
And that's exactly how I was raised, and that's how Dom was raised. Like we definitely believe in all those old school village. It takes a village to raise a child type of mentality. Like
yes, it takes a village to raise a child, and it takes a village to start a business.
Exactly, it does. Like
that whole self-made, like I got an issue with
I
that.
hate that.
That's not a real thing.
I hate that.
Yeah, you probably
nobody's self-made. Like I understand nobody probably didn't give you no handouts, but everybody needs somebody.
Exactly.
Because if you think about that, when you say that the self-made notion, like I'll give you an example. Our show is doing pretty good so far, but we had to talk to people we knew first.
Right,
so
we
like,
needed the help.
Yeah, we had like, you know, people that support us for whatever before the show, and having them like spread the word and tell other people and listen to the show and tweet and interact and all of this.
And just with our freaking studio, like that took.
Yeah,
you know, we didn't have our own studio. We didn't have our own engineer. We didn't have none of that. Like
we literally started off with a dream and some shit we put together during quarantine. Like we couldn't see each other. And like we would go back and forth, have Zoom meetings and all of that. So I hate when people be like, "Oh, I was self-made." No, somebody had to back you.
Right. Yep.
Don't do that.
Somebody gave you somebody gave me one piece of advice that changed my life. One piece of knowledge. At that moment, I am no longer self-made.
Yep.
Because that one piece of advice could have been $1 million piece of advice.
Hello.
It could have been advice that changed the whole narrative of my life, of my business, and how I did things.
Yes.
You know what I mean? One piece of advice. A lot of people assume that we're talking about money. Yeah, maybe nobody gave you money to grow your business or to invest into your business, but that ain't got nothing to do. Money is not the only thing you need to run a successful business.
They gave you advice. They gave you a book. They gave you the person. They opened the door for you to get to where you had to go. Period.
Right.
They might have put your name in a room that you weren't even in.
Exactly. So I never, and my whole thing is, okay, so we gonna just take God out the equation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's self-made because none of us would be here if it wasn't for him.
Yep.
So let's not exclude the person that make all things possible.
Right.
Because even if you're dependent on your own intellect and your own knowledge and understanding, it still came from him.
God gave you a vision.
You did not shit that out. I promise you did not shit that knowledge out.
Exactly.
God gave you a vision.
Like I tell people all the time, some people do have the it factor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's some things that is just great. It was just given to you. You know what I mean? But in all things, you still have to acknowledge that it comes from him.
Yes. Girl, you done came up here with some gems, some stones, just a dropping it all up in here, okay?
Up here straight preaching.
I really appreciate
I'm about to start
you.
recording my everybody be asking me, so that's why I record videos and just post on my page because I don't have time to talk to everybody every day, but
Right.
I do have a little something to say sometimes.
Don't do that to yourself. You
Well,
have a
best
lot to
believe
say.
we gonna share. We gonna share. If you got something to say, we gonna share it.
Please. I love it. Is there anything else that you want to share before we close this out, girl?
No.
Give us your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, all of
Definitely
that.
keep it going. We definitely need more queens like y'all. You know what I mean? Shedding light on, so many different business owners and inspirational people. You know what I mean? So I definitely appreciate you guys for having little old me on.
No, thank you for coming on this little old show.
I'm telling you.
Thank you for coming on. Make sure you share your Instagram, any of your social medias, and your website one more time for all the listeners.
Okay, so my personal Instagram is business minded, but the first S is a Z, so it's BUZ, and then spell business minded out, regular. And then of course, NOLA Black Wallstreet is on Facebook. We have an exclusive NOLA Black Wallstreet Facebook group, so definitely look at the group and ask to join so I can approve y'all and get y'all in the group.
Okay.
We also have NOLA Black Wallstreet on Instagram, and then the website is NOLABlackWallstreet.com. We actually have a pending trademark for that. We're fighting right now.
Yes.
Can't wait for that to come through so we could be official.
Yes.
But yeah, it's NOLA Black Wallstreet on everything. Anytime you want to look us up, it's NOLA Black Wallstreet.
All right. Thank you again, Goldie, for stopping by. Make sure y'all follow everything that she has going on. Business Minded it's Business Minded.
It's Business Minded on Instagram.
Okay, Business Minded on Instagram, and then NOLA Black Wallstreet on Instagram. And make sure you follow the page on Facebook, which is NOLA Black Wallstreet as well. Go onto that website, get that membership.
Yes.
Make sure you stay up to date on all the cash trains. Just make sure
so
you're
in order to get all the updates and stuff, you gotta join the Facebook group because some things we only post in the group because we try to keep it. Some things we try to keep exclusive.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because this is just for us.
Got
so
you.
you gotta request to join the actual group. And so so you don't miss out on nothing. In that group, we have a text keyword you can text to stay updated. You can subscribe to the email listing on the website because we always send text messages and emails out. So some things we try to keep exclusive.
Okay.
Good. So, like she said, just make sure y'all sign up for that Facebook group so y'all can be abreast on everything that's going on NOLA Black Wallstreet. Make sure y'all get on board with NOLA Black Wallstreet. I promise you, Rum Punch and Beignets will be a part of that.
Oh yeah.
Believe it. So if we're doing it, y'all need to do it, and y'all need to make sure y'all doing y'all part for this community because we need each other.
We really do. And then too, we're gonna provide on our website on the RP&B corner. We're gonna provide a bunch of Black-owned businesses, for resources, especially like I said in the beginning of the show, because we're coming up on the holiday season and moving forward. We need to walk the walk and talk the talk.
Yes.
We telling you about these businesses. We purchasing. We sharing the information. We want y'all to do the same thing also.
Please.
So we'll post the businesses on our site. We'll post NOLA Black on the NOLA Black Wallstreet on the site also. So just check out the RP&B corner this week, and we'll have all the information on New Orleans Black Wallstreet for y'all.
And then also make sure that y'all follow us on Twitter at RPB_podcast, Instagram Rum Punch and Beignets podcast. We're on Snapchat now at Rum Punch and Beignets podcast. And also check out this episode on YouTube. You'll be able to get all of the info and everything. It's the same thing, Rum Punch and Beignets, y'all. So, and also, last but not least, check out the website too. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter. Make sure you check out the RP&B corner and send us some feedback. Send us some businesses that you might know that are all Black owned that we might not have listed. Make sure that you email us with anything. Y'all know we like to talk. Y'all know we like to joke. Hit us up on Gmail at rpnbpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week with another Joe. So Have a happy holidays, and make sure y'all getting y'all Christmas gifts too. Black-owned businesses, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We love y'all. We're gonna see you next time. Peace.